Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Embakasi TV, the tallest mine in Black Africa. This morning, I uploaded a video about Miguna MIGUNA's attack on Babu Owino, Sonko, and Sakaja. When Babu Owino heard about this, when Babu Owino heard about Miguna MIGUNA's attack, this is what he responded. Hivi ndivyo alivyomjibu. I want you to listen to this because it is going to form the basis of our analysis this evening. Welcome.
Disappointment, members of the press. Yes. What about Miguna? Why are you bringing Miguna's topic here? What is the interest? What about it? What did he say? You know, as Babu Owino have been elected 6 times, have been sworn in 6 times, and number one, if I may ask, anything to do with who is Miguna in the first place? What does Miguna stand for? What does Miguna know? What did Miguna score in KCPE? What did he score in KCSE? What did he score at the university? And I can tell you without fear of contradiction that I beat him in all the above matters. What I know, or rather what Miguna knows, I know. He did LLB in law, I did LLB in law. I did Masters, LLM, Law, Democracy and Governance, and Public International Law, 2 masters for that matter. He's never done masters. I did actuarial science, first class honors. He's never done actuarial science. So what he knows, I know. What I know, he doesn't even know 1/8 of a quarter of what I know. Therefore, Miguna's issue should be treated with a conspiracy of silence. Those who listen to him will never be convinced. And those who are convinced by what he's saying will have nothing to do about it. Or rather, if I may start again, those who listen to Miguna and Miguna's statement should be treated with a conspiracy of silence. Those who listen to Miguna will never believe him. For the few who will believe him will never be convinced. For those who will be convinced with what he's saying will have nothing to do about it because of his schizophrenic nature. Miguna is a madman who should not be given time. Mad, bitter, in an old age. Mambo ya mafuriko yameleta shida sana hapa nchini Kenya. Watu wamekufa na watu wamepoteza maisha, watu wamepoteza vitu vyao.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the response of Embakasi Member of Parliament. And if you have listened to what he's saying, the man, the Member of Parliament, has described Miguna MIGUNA as an old, mad person suffering from schizophrenia. That was something that was not expected from Babu Owino. And he has also said that Miguna MIGUNA should be responded to with a conspiracy of silence. In a nutshell, Babu Owino does not see the need of responding to Miguna MIGUNA. Because if, according to him, you are dealing with the kind of person you're talking with, then it may be very, very difficult to deal with Miguna MIGUNA. What comes out of this, ladies and gentlemen? Number one, Babu Owino is a very educated Kenyan. Is one of the most educated leaders in Kenya today. a man who scored first class in University of Nairobi in actuarial science. Not many people can actually study this. Because if I may ask you, and you have to be genuine, what grade did you score in mathematics? What grade did you score? Because Babu Owino is a mathematician. Again, if you look at Babu Owino, he excelled in law and masters in law. And this man is educated. He's very bright. Very, very bright. And in fact, he's saying that he's more educated than Miguna MIGUNA. If you had listened to Miguna MIGUNA in my other video, Miguna MIGUNA had described Babu Owino as somebody who intimidated the lecturers for him to pass the exams. And the way I know University of Nairobi, that is next to impossible. You cannot intimidate the lecturers or the dean or the vice chancellor of the University of Nairobi. It can't happen. So if you look at Babu Owino again is coming out as a very good student of Raila Amolo Odinga. Because as I said in the morning, Raila has never bothered to respond to Miguna MIGUNA, who was his actually a personal advisor. He has never bothered even to utter a word of why Raila should be actually come out as a different person, the way Miguna has always described him. Kwa hivyo kama unavyoona utaona kwamba ni mtu ambaye amekuwa mwanafunzi bora, sio bora mwanafunzi bora wa Raila Amolo Odinga. Number 3 is that Babu Owino is also very courageous. Very courageous, because if I may ask, why is it that Sonko has not responded? Sakaja has not responded. Pasaris has never even defended herself from the attack, verbal attack, the way they have been deconstructed by Miguna MIGUNA, who actually hit without mincing any word. Again, something else that comes out of Babu Owino. Babu Owino is very much determined, and I think it's not easy to intimidate Babu Owino. It is not easy. Just like you cannot intimidate Raila Amolo Odinga. And one thing about Miguna MIGUNA will find it very difficult to respond to what Babu Owino has said. So this one is going to be very interesting, because the two guys, when you look at Miguna is a very good orator. Miguna MIGUNA is also very brilliant. So here, this is a battle for the titans. This is a battle. Ni vita ambavyo havitakuwa na mwisho. And I know the Miguna the barista is planning how to throw the missiles at his opponent. But if you look at Babu Owino, he seems not to have been aware of what Miguna had said about him. Those adjectives are not pleasing at all. And Babu Owino is one person who has a bright political career. In fact, when you look at Babu Owino and compare with Miguna's political career may not be very bright compared to that of Babu Owino. Because you see, when you look at Babu Owino is one person who excites the youth. And you remember the way even the opinion poll was carried out to find out who can easily succeed Raila Amolo Odinga. And Babu Owino came out very strongly with 68% of the respondents said that they would prefer Babu Owino. I don't know what you think, ladies and gentlemen, but from where I sit, that was a good response. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think that Babu Owino amemjibu Miguna vizuri? Wewe unaona ni kutoka pale umeketi, kutoka pale ambapo unaangalia vile au unasikiliza vile ambavyo Miguna alikuwa anasema kumhusu Babu Owino na vile ambavyo Babu Owino amemjibu. Who is more wise? Who is more schooled? Who do you vote for? By the way, if Miguna awekwe pale na Babu Owino awekwe pale, whom would you choose? Because I would easily give my vote to Babu Owino without even thinking. Nothing against Miguna. Nothing personal. A good man, a good Kenyan, very brilliant man. But if given the choices, I would go for Babu Owino. That is my take, ladies and gentlemen. As usual, please share this video, comment, and leave. Maybe you can tell me where you're watching this video from. Till next time, Bye-bye.